here at the Cannes Yachting Festival, and we're actually here a day early because we got invited out on this new Level 43 ST. It's not brand new, they've been around for a couple of years, and Bruno here has been taking me through the boat. He has some really cool things to talk about.
We've been in the boating industry for many years, so since year 85. We got in contact with Tony Castro. Tony is a designer that we have known for many years. We started with the idea of let's do something taking into account those things that we believe are not yet in the market, at least in these sort of boats, like a long weekender for day boaters that may want to spend some more time on board.
Yeah, walking around I can really kind of feel that nice combination of the general American bigger, better, more amenities, but with that very sleek kind of European aesthetic. What do you think there is about this boat that kind of sets it apart from the other models in this class?
We wanted the boat to be structurally strong because our main market actually was not the European market as such, it was more the US market. So we wanted to do something stronger.
And what they did to make it stronger was to build the entire boat from keel to hardtop with 100% vinyl ester resin. Virtually all builders use a coat of this resin below the waterline because it's impervious to water migration and stops gel coat blistering. But because vinyl ester resin is so expensive, most boat builders typically stop at the waterline, but not level. Vinyl ester resin has 20% greater tensile strength and is up to 50% more flexible than polyester resin, making it less prone to stress cracks. Vinyl ester resin is also less apt to distortion in hot environments, such as engine rooms and on deck in the tropics. The Level Yachts 43 ST is a powerful super tender, dayboat, or weekender with a length overall of 44.4 feet, a beam of 13.1 feet, and a draft of 3.6 feet. Weighing in at around 25,000 pounds, her standard power configuration is with the twin Volvo Penta IPS 500s with 380 horsepower each, or you can upgrade to the IPS 650s for a total of 960 horsepower. The 43 ST is available in a standard hardtop configuration with a single, versatile layout featuring a full beam owner's cabin and a good-sized guest cabin that can be configured with either 2 single berths or a double bed.
So another kind of unique thing that Level has done on this boat, and they kind of coming back to their American roots, is they dealt with service a lot, and a lot of boats coming out of Europe, your engine access is usually just a pretty tiny hatch. Now we're going to open up what they've done here, and I think that it's actually a pretty impressive engine bay access. So this is that hatch that I was kind of talking about when it comes to European boats, and it's here, so you still have quick access if you need to get down in there. But I really like that they've added this secondary large hatch to make servicing these big engines easy. You can see that they've set them pretty far apart so you can easily get in between the two engines. I see a generator and that quick stabilizer, so this is going to be a heavy girl because she's got the IPS 650s on her. One of the standout things that really kind of resonated with me was the thought process that they went through at the helm. So as you can see, Bruno, he's standing off to the side because he's got the joystick all the way to the starboard side of the helm station, so that you can really just see the entire swim platform from where he's standing. I also like that they've brought the helm a little bit closer to centerline than most boats in this class. I feel like I'm kind of off to one side every time I'm operating one of these, whereas this one I like that I feel a little bit more centerline. Slow maneuvers are really responsive. The joystick is nicely dialed in. This is a pretty spectacular view. We've got a large full windshield, but you know, if you're in Florida and like me and prefer to have a little wind come in over that windscreen, you can do a shorter windshield as well. So we're not going to do the typical boat test performance test, but I figure we might as well report on some numbers while we're here. So let's take it up to right about 1,000 RPM. Again, we're in like just barely a little bit of a chop. So 1,000 RPM, I'm seeing 7.3 miles per hour. Give her a little more, bump it up to 15. I mean, we're right about on plane. We're not quite there, but we're at 1,500, 10.3 miles per hour. Let's let her jump all the way up. Hop up to 2,000 RPM. So planed out, probably right around 11 miles per hour, minimal bow rise. I still have full visibility as we were coming through, even a slow plane. So that's a plus. I feel very sturdy in the water. So that 2,000 RPM, she's settled, so we're right at about 14 miles per hour. Jump it up to 25. Another thing I notice about the Helm, especially while we're running, is that I feel more like I'm kind of sitting in a car rather than I'm on a boat. And I don't even have this seat pulled all the way forward. So if I had it pulled forward a little bit more, I could really sit back in this seat and really comfortably cruise for a long extended period of time. So that's a nice thought. So we've brought the level 43 over to this little cove. It fits because this is the level 43 ST, or super tender. So we're, you know, amongst some super yachts that this could potentially be a really great tender for. But we're gonna kind of position ourselves here so we can actually drop that swim platform and really see what it's all about, and put the terraces out so we can really get a feel for what the boat feels like all opened up and having that sea level beach club all laid out. I'm excited to see it. One of the things that I noticed as we were deploying these was they actually went down a lot quicker than most other terraces that I've seen go down. Bruno tells us that they've added a really sturdy piston for when the terraces are in that upright position, so that when you're running, you're not hearing them rattle, which I've definitely noticed on some other models. All right, let's deploy this swim platform and see how this goes. So you can see as the hydraulic swim platform descends down into the water, those stairs get deployed. So all the way in the down position, you can still easily access the water. Me personally, I like to set it just above water level so I can sit with my legs in the water and stay a little cool. There's a cool safety feature that they've built into both the terraces and the hydraulic swim platform, where you have to follow a little bit of a sequence when you push these buttons to just make sure that you're making sure that everybody is safe when these things are being deployed. Another cool thing about both the platform and the terraces is that you can actually control them from an app on your phone. That's pretty cool. So we're not staying in this cozy little cove for very long. We just kind of wanted to play with the terraces and the swim platform. So we didn't decide to throw the anchor out, but you can easily deploy the anchor from the Helm. There's a chain counter there. Easy access under that forward seat. So it's a stainless steel Delta style plow. There is a large locker in there. You can easily fit all of your fenders. And I noticed that there is a hot and cold washdown up here. So that's a pretty cool add-on. I rarely see hot water all the way up the front. Top speed with a wide open throttle, we saw 37 miles per hour out here, which is a good clip for this heavy of a boat. Because like I said, she's equipped with the gyro, she's got the generator, she's got a large fuel tank, those big heavy diesels. So she performs very admirably with those diesels on board. Well, that was super fun. I am so glad that we came out here a day early so that we were able to take advantage of this. And I'm really stoked that Level was on board with this idea. You know, so many boat shows that I go to, the boats don't leave. So this yachting festival is such a unique opportunity to be able to really take these boats out and see what they can do, and then go right back to the show again. And don't forget to check out the companion video where we do a full walkthrough of this vessel inside and out. And don't forget, life's always better on a boat.